This video is a step-by-step guide to installation of an independent BI portal instance of Izenda. This guide will work under the assumption that the user has downloaded the appropriate file directories from Izenda's download site. This includes the Izenda frontend package, which has the default name of app, and the Izenda backend package, which has the default name of API. Additionally, for the hosting server for this instance, the user should utilize Windows Server with Internet Information Services or IIS web server for setup. Also, be sure to open the installation guide from the Izenda wiki as an additional resource as you follow along. The user will notice that the front-end and back-end packages are currently compressed. Extract the contents of these packages into an easy-to-find location. Izenda recommends what is displayed on the screen. Izenda can be installed in a number of configurations, including as a new application to an existing website or new virtual application under an existing website. In this case, the user will right-click the local connection and select the Add Website option from the menu. Then, the user will give the new website a name. In this example, we'll set the site name to Izenda App. In this walkthrough, we will leave the application pool the same name as the website's name. Next, click the ellipsis next to the physical path and then browse to locate your extracted Izenda frontend package. Point this physical path to the app directory. In this case, the app/standalone UI folder. Then, select a port number for this site to utilize. For this example, we will leave the port number as 80. Once this setup is complete, hit the OK button to proceed. The same process will need to occur to properly set up the backend package or API, with the only difference being the port number. So, once again, the user will right-click to Add Website, enter in Izenda API as its name, change its port to 81, and then select OK to move on. Now that the sites are set up, it is important to ensure these sites have the proper permissions. To set folder permissions, right-click the newly created website and then select the Edit Permissions option from the menu to open folder properties. In the Security tab, click the Edit button to open the Permissions dialog box. Click the Add button to enable a new group or username to be added, and then type iUser. Once you are back in the Permissions dialog box, tick the Modify checkbox for iUser. Repeat this process and instead of iUser, add Network Service. Tick the Modify checkbox and select Apply. Once this is done, click the OK button to close all dialogues. Like the website setup, we also need to do this for the other package. Select the second website, navigate to the folder permissions, and add iUser and Network Service, making sure to tick the Modify checkbox prior to applying all of these modifications. Now that our sites are set up properly, we need to make sure that they can communicate with each other. For this, we'll need to update the Backend Api URL in the front-end package. This file is located in the app package under the file named izenda_config.js. Open the file in order to edit its contents. Here, we will change the line Web API URL to point at our API site we just set up. In this example, we would relocate it to point at localhost and our API port number 81. There are also additional options for increased security on your newly set up site. To view these options, please refer back to the wiki's installation guide. Once all of these settings and configurations have been set, IIS needs to be reset prior to launching the new site. For this, open a command line in administration mode. Once this is open, type IIS reset. After a few moments, IIS should be reset and your website should be ready to open. To open a website, navigate back to IIS and select the app website. With it selected, on the right side of the screen, there should be a Browse with the port number option. Clicking this should open up an instance of Izenda in your preferred web browser. Once this is open, we can now gather our connection string to the database we'll be using as Izenda's configuration database. Here, we can use the connection string builder, or if we know our connection string already, simply enter it in. Once in place, the user should hit the Connect button, and if successful, will be prompted back to the login page. If this happens with no errors, then we have successfully installed an independent BI portal instance of Izenda and can begin loading in connection strings of reporting databases to begin using the self-service BI platform.